ever. Okay? You can raise your hand. That's okay. Yeah. All right. So good. Everyone, including myself, I used to be really afraid. Man, I remember when I was younger and I'd give speeches, I would start sweating all the time. And then when you start thinking of sweating, you start sweating more and more. And everyone's like, wow, what's wrong with that guy? And they stop listening to you. They're just looking at all the sweat. Okay, so I don't want that to happen. So what's important is this, is when you're talking, okay, you're standing up here and you look and nobody's looking at you. Everyone's on their phone or they're writing notes. How does that make you feel? Anybody?
Clap in their face.
It's what?
Clap in their face.
Yes. Anyone else? How does that make you feel if you were talking up here and no one was paying attention?
I feel happy.
You feel happy. Oh, you're definitely going first. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay. What about you? If I was up here, if you were up here talking and no one was looking at you, how would you feel?
Not happy.
Very good. Right. Right answer. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're all friends here. Now, not everybody knows each other, right? I mean, a lot of people maybe go to different schools. Not everyone here knows each other, right? I take it by the no response. That means yes, Marty, you're absolutely correct. Right? Yes. Okay. All right. So what that means is we're going to become friends here. We're going to be a little family here because we're going to learn a lot of really cool things. And we're going to learn things that make you more successful. More successful in school, more successful in jobs when you get older and you want to get a job, more successful in meeting people, more successful talking to your parents, more successful talking to your teachers, more successful talking to a girl or a boy, okay? But you're going to be more successful just communicating, and this stuff is going to be really important, all right? So what did we go over last week?
We're also getting more successful by getting a job from a job interview.
Exactly, perfect. So what did you guys go over last week? Somebody give me an idea? Anybody? This is a public speaking class, so somebody could speak.
We introduced ourselves.
Okay, you
We're
did.
like partners.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You interviewed each other and you introduced your partner. Okay. So did anyone remember anything about their partner, the person they interviewed?
My partner was Nathan again.
Nathan again. Lucky you.
But he's not here. But
No.
I definitely know from my experience, like meeting him like 2 times already,
Okay.
that he's been playing his iPad during this class.
All right. So we know we don't do that. All right. Anyone else? Do you remember anything about the person you interviewed? No? So go ahead. He's Chinese. All right. Hold on. Go ahead.
I have to say something. So during last week, we're not here. We have a bunch of kids on world domination.
Yeah.
And we have been like
right.
calling our partners that guy, the kid in the red shirt,
All right,
the
okay.
guy in the glasses.
I know,
and the
leave that up to
person
me.
next me.
I'll give everyone those kind of nicknames. That's the only way I remember. Okay, so listen. Hey, listen, you interviewed somebody. You talked to them, you shared your stories, they shared their stories, and you can't remember anything? That means you're not paying attention, you're not listening. And one of the most important things about public speaking is also learning how to be a very good audience. So, we're going to do an exercise that when I'm going to call up 3, maybe 5, yeah, because we have a group, we'll call up 5 people at a time. They'll do a small presentation, and at any point in time, I'm going to say stop. I'm going to point to somebody who's sitting down, and you have to repeat what they said. Okay? So that means I want you to pay attention. That means you can't have your phone down. You can't be thinking about something else. You can't be writing notes. You can't be thinking about the future. You have to be paying attention. All right, so we're going to get to that in a little bit. We have a couple things we're going to do today. We're going to go over your icebreaker speeches, right? And I know everyone got very excited, and they're all prepared with their icebreaker, right? Everyone here except you two are prepared, right? Right? Everyone else are prepared? You're excited? You can't wait to get up here and talk about it, right? All right? So, an icebreaker speech, they said 5 to 7 minutes, but it's okay if it's a little shorter.
It's a 4 to 6.
4 to 6.
4 to 6 minutes? Okay,
4 to 6
4 to 6 minutes. Good thing, that's why she's here, to correct me. Okay? She's the secretary of the group. All right? So what's going to happen is this. You're going to talk about it. If you go a little shorter, that's okay, as long as you finish your story. Okay? I don't want to hear you come up here going, hi, my name is Marty, and I go to school, and I like school. That's all. Bye. And sit down. That's not a good story. That's going to be boring. You've got to engage us and say something exciting. I want everyone to say at least one thing in their story, something about themselves, something that everyone is going to be kind of amazed by or different. Like, I didn't know that about you. Something that when you walk away, everyone's going to go, wow, I remember. You're the kid who likes chewing on his shirt sleeve. Okay? Okay?
Oh, yeah.
You're the kid who brings a stuffed animal to school every day to make you feel more comfortable. Right? Okay? So I want everyone to come up with something exciting about themselves. So I want you to think about it a little bit. All right. So first question is this. How many people like eating pie? 2, 3, 4, a few of you? You guys, and the rest of you are still thinking about it? You don't like pie? Then I don't like any of you because I love eating pie.
Whoa!
Okay?
Whoa!
Oh, I'm joking. I'm joking. All right? What kind? It doesn't matter what pie. But I want you to remember pie is this. So we spell pie P-I-E.
Not PI?
No, that's the wrong kind of pie. All right? But that's how
I do like that
you
pie,
need
but-
you need that pie in order to measure the circumference of a pie.
True.
Very good. Okay, so P-I-E is pie. So there's 3 different types of speeches you're going to learn. P is a persuasive speech where you're going to try to convince someone of something. I is an informative speech where you're just giving plain information. And E is an entertaining speech where you're trying to just keep people entertained. Now, out of the 3 of those, and you can raise your hand more than once, that's okay. How many people here are really interested in learning how to give persuasive speeches? In other words, convincing someone to go along with your idea, or convincing them to follow a plan. How many people here? Okay, a few people, good, good. How many people here want to just learn how to give informative speeches, just be able to convey information? 1, 2, good. You want to learn everything, I like that. All right, and then last, how many people want to learn entertaining speeches, whether they be funny or just good stories? Okay. Have you even raised your hand?
I did.
All right, all right. So I'm just saying. Because I thought maybe you were upset because you didn't bring your stuffed animal. Okay. Okay. All right. It's okay. All right. So good. We're going to learn a little bit of all 3, and you're going to understand that I like making jokes. So don't take it. Please don't take anything personal. Okay. That's fine because I have a stuffed animal too, and I keep it in the car. So we're good. All right. So we're going to learn a little bit about everything. The most important thing is this, is when we talk and we're giving a speech, and I'm going to teach you, this is a shortcut, really quick, is tell good stories. Because you can give information. I can come up here and say, this is a piano. The body of the piano is made out of wood. It's got wheels on the bottom so I can roll it around and spin it. In the front there's keys and stuff like that. And it's a bunch of information. And you might say, yeah, but after a while you get really bored with it. But if I tell stories, if I interact stories and add stories to the whole thing, it becomes more interesting. And you remember stories because stories make you feel something emotionally. Nathan's not here, so you're going to be the one who talks all day?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so don't we also add opinions sometimes,
Yes. But opinions are fine because opinions are when you're trying to persuade someone.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you're adding your opinion. You're trying to persuade them to your idea. So that's why it's a persuasive speech. Okay? Or you can add an opinion and make it entertaining or something. But if you're really looking to persuade someone, just give general information or entertaining. All right. So, anyone got any ideas on what the basis of a good story is? What do you think? Shoot. Very good. Intro, body, and conclusion. That's not so much a great story. That's a good speech. Okay? Because think of it this way. Everyone's heard the story of Cinderella, right? Yes? All right. Oh, stop, because I'll make you give the Cinderella speech.
Oh, no, Nathan did it, remember?
Yes.
It's Snow
Okay.
White.
So if I told the Cinderella story like this, and I said, once there was a little girl, she was raised by her family, things happened, and then she went to a ball, met a prince, and eventually they lived happily ever after. Okay? It's kind of a boring story, right? So what we want to do, instead of just coming up with an introduction, a body, and a conclusion, what we want to do is we want to introduce conflict. We want to change something up, make the audience connect with it and say, oh my God, what's going to happen? That poor girl, what happened? So instead you tell the story of once there was a girl, her parents died, and so she had to live with her stepmother and stepsisters, and they treated her horribly, over and all, made her do all the stories. So immediately you start feeling sorry for her. Then a fairy godmother came and helped her make a beautiful dress and a carriage, and she went to the ball. So now we're excited for her. So it's like she's winning, and so we're really happy. So that's the positive thing. But then what happened was it struck 12, and all the magic disappeared, and she started switching back to her old clothes, and her glass slippers disappeared. She slipped, and one of the glass slippers fell off. So she had to run home, and the prince didn't know who she was. So now we feel sorry for her again. And then the conclusion is the prince found her by trying on the slipper and everyone's happy. So what we want to do is create this roller coaster of good things, bad things, good things, bad things, all right? So what we're going to do is I'm going to pick 5 people to come up here, and what we're going to do is a small exercise, and this is where everyone else is going to be paying attention. And the game is going to be someone's going to come up with a statement, the beginning of a story. The next person's going to come up with a conflict to say why suddenly there was danger. The third person's going to say how it succeeded and everything was getting better. The fourth person's going to say another conflict, something bad happened. And the last person wraps up the story and makes it a happy ending. And because you're so good at it, you're coming up first.
Oh,
All right.
I wanna walk out. But
All right. So it's 1, 2.
Mark.
You're up. Hi. Come on. 3, 4, and 5. All right, and you guys can get in any order you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Any order you like.
Standing in the middle now.
All right, perfect. Everything's good except what I'm going to do is one rearrange. I'm going to put you in the end.
I hate it.
Okay, excellent. Everyone else is good? All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to tell the story. You can tell whatever you want. All I want is one statement, a line, something like, I really love going to school, or I went to school one day and I was having the best day of my life. Something like that. You don't start yet. I want you to think about it. All right, let's start. Give us the introduction to a story. Make it exciting. Come up with something that everyone here can relate to, and they're going to want to hear more about it. Like, one day I went to the zoo with my family. Okay, something like that to get them interested. Then what you're going to do, you're going to come up with a problem. Like something happened. Let's say he went to the zoo. The polar bears escaped, and they started chasing us out of the zoo. Okay, that's cool. Now you come up with a solution to that. Luckily, the zookeepers came with tranquilizer guns and put down the polar bears, so we felt safe. All right? Then you come up with another conflict. But the zookeepers accidentally shot my mother with a tranquilizer dart. Okay, and she fell down too. And then you then come up with the big conclusion. Luckily, her purse was open, so I was able to take money to buy cotton candy. Okay? So you see how the story just moves like that?
The worst kid ever.
Yes. So you're going to come up with something exciting. You create the story, and everyone else is going to follow. So everyone knows. What are you going to do?
I went to school.
No. Don't tell the story yet. What are you going to do? You're going to create the story.
Yeah.
Create the story. Make it exciting. All right. You ready? Not yet, but you're ready, right? Okay. And then what are you going to do?
Create a conflict.
Exactly. Make it dramatic. Make everyone scoot to the front of the seats like, oh my God, I want to hear what's happening. This is terrifying. Okay. What are you going to do?
Create a solution.
Very good. You brought notes. Okay, all right. Because I was like, you don't even know what the story is, and you already have notes. I'm proud of you. Okay, now what are you going to do?
Create another conflict.
Conflict. And remember, this is going to be terrifying. It's not going to be as bad as his, because now we're getting closer to the end of the story. You have to give her the ability to solve it. And what are you going to do?
Just solve everything. Like,
Solve it, make it
solve
big,
everything.
happily ever after.
Do we have to?
Yes. Okay.
Why don't we just make
all right.
it like
No,
selfish,
shh.
happy ever after for yourself?
Time. Okay, you ready? All right, now everybody, you're all going to be paying attention. All right, and at any time I may say stop and point to somebody here, and if I do that, then I need you to repeat what they just said. So I want everyone to pay attention. You're on.
I went to my job interview.
But the boss seemed really mean.
Wait. That's the solution? That's even worse than you have to come up with something nicer than I shot the boss. Something like, but then he brought me coffee or something like that. All right, try it again. One more time, from the top.
I went to my job interview.
But the boss seemed really mean.
We're not okay.
Yeah, we're good.
When you gave me cough. It was poisoned, so I fell down and died.
In my next life, I lived happily ever after.
All right, beautiful. You guys know this now. Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Those are really dark stories there. Okay, so now the next group is going to be 1. You're up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? All right. We're going to have to do something very special for you, sir.